Hi, I'm Liam from off.road.cc and this is the brand new 2021 Boardman MTR 8.9. For 2021, it's seen a range of specification updates along with some tweaks to its geometry to make it an even more capable bike for UK trails. Before we get any further, if you'd like to see more content just like this and reviews on new bikes such as the Nukeproof Giga, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now with that out of the way, let's take a first look at this bike. With the MTR series, Boardman wanted to create the true all-rounder. So that's a bike that's capable of rough descents while still being good fun on mellower trails. With that aim, Boardman has given the bike a pretty serious overhaul, both in geometry and travel. Now on the top 3 bikes in the range, you get 150mm of travel, on the last bike in the range is 140mm, and at the back of all of the bikes there's 145mm of travel. On to our test bike, we have the Boardman MTR in its 8.9 model, and that will set you back £1,700. Boardman says that this particular model balances great value with kit that performs really well. Back in 2018, we tested the 2018 version of this bike and it scored a hefty 5 stars. And it scored that because of its great value and performance that outshone bikes above its price range. 4 years on, and this is how the bike has evolved. The MTR 8.9 is built around an X7 triple butted alloy frame, and for the most part it's externally routed, even for the dropper post, but that's partially internally routed. The external routing is great because it means that you don't have to deal with the faff of internal routing before messing with your brake cables. The partially internally routed dropper post cable enters the frame just above the bottom bracket, so everything else is external, which makes that really easy to maintain as well. Not only is easy maintenance the big advantage of the partially internal dropper post routing, but it also gives a clean look and it keeps the cables out of the way of your knees when you're pedaling. Other features on this frame are the bottle cage bosses and a press fit bottom bracket. For your £1,700, you'll get a bike that's kitted with the RockShox 35 Gold RL fork, and that has that 150mm of travel. It is one of RockShox's cheaper options, but you get those 35mm stanchions that you find on a RockShox Pike. So that should give us comparable stiffness, especially when paired with its through axle. So this fork is a really simple one. It only gets compression and reband adjustment, and that's great if you want to fit and forget or you're just getting into suspension fettling. As for the drivetrain, we've got a SRAM NX Eagle drivetrain, and that gives you 12 gears at the back with that 50-tooth cog, and we've got level T brakes from SRAM as well. But Boardman has been very clever with these brakes, and they've put on 4-pot calipers on both ends so we get even more braking power. Then the bike rolls on a pair of Boardman Boost tubeless ready 29-inch wheels, and they're shod with a Maxxis Minion DHF at the front and a DHR at the rear, and they both come in 2.3-inch widths and EXO casings. And then we get Satori Serrata Pro dropper post, and on this large frame it comes in 150mm drop, and that's the same for the extra large. On smalls and mediums you'll get 125mm drop. Finally, the cockpit on this bike is bang up to date. It comes with the 780mm bar with a 45mm stem, and then the rest of the bike, the grips and the saddle, come from Boardman. Of course, this isn't the only bike in the MTR range. For 2021, Boardman has introduced the MTR 9.0, and that knocks this bike off the top spot as a flagship bike. The new kit on the block will cost you £2,000, and that one comes with an upgraded X9 alloy frame, which comes with hidden welds for that high-end carbon look. There's then a RockShox Pike Select RC fork and Shimano's SLX 12-speed group set, which comes fully kitted with SLX brakes and 4-pot calipers. This bike also gets a larger 203mm brake rotor at the front. It's a similar story for the tyres too. All bikes get a Maxxis Minion DHF at the front with a DHR2 at the rear, but the MTR 9.0 gets them in 2.5-inch and 2.4-inch widths respectively. It also comes with everything you need to go tubeless in the box. You'll just need some sealant. Those tyres wrap a pair of WTB STI 30 TCS rims, which are laced with Shimano hubs. Finally, there's that Satori Serrata Pro dropper post, which you'll see on all of the models in the range apart from the MTR 8.6. Next up, sitting at £1,300, is the MTR 8.8. On this one, there's a RockShox Recon Silver RL fork, a Shimano Dior 1x11 drivetrain with Shimano MT200 brakes. This bike gets Boardman's own Boost tubeless ready wheels that have a 30mm internal width, and they come of course shod with the same Maxxis tyres, but this one gets a 2.3 inch width. The MTR 8.6 rounds up the range with a £1,000 price tag. This one gets an SR Suntour XCR34 fork with 140mm of travel and the Shimano Dior 1x10 speed drivetrain. As for those brakes, this one gets a pair of hydraulic brakes from Tektro. It also gets the same wheels as the MTR 8.8 and the same Maxxis tyres. However, on this bike, Boardman has opted to fit a rigid seat post, which isn't surprising for its price. And that's it for the MTR range. All that's left now is for me to give this bike a blast, and in a few weeks I'll come back to you with a full review on www.off.road.cc. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, including that review of the Nukeproof Giga. And if you have a Boardman or you're looking to get one, feel free to leave us a comment. Thanks very much.